Hey, good morning, you guys. I just wanted to do this quick little video for my Instagram and my Facebook. I'm going to the doctor today, so it won't be any vlogs or anything, but I really kind of wanted to just talk to people. And, I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes because Instagram doesn't let me go longer than 10 minutes, or I'll do like 2. But I'm going to just go ahead and get into it. But good morning. So this has been going on since about before summer. So it's been since at least end of May, beginning of June. And where I live at, we live in townhouses, but I share a wall. I have a wall on each side. And it's hard to describe, but one of my neighbors that moved in around that time, I don't want to make it a color thing, but it's going to end up being a color thing, but it's just been really disruptive. She's even vandalized my car. It's been the tit for tat with just the bumping, the banging, and the music. And so what I thought about doing, being that no, I'm not going to call the police, no, I'm not going to go over there and kick her butt, I thought, in the beginning, with all the disruption she was doing, if I'd be woman enough to write her a letter. And I did try to knock on her door before I did that, but she didn't answer, so I wrote her a letter just basically calling her out on her BS, and in an appropriate way, hoping that she would get at me. But instead of her getting at me, she got ignorant and angry and even threatened to kick my butt. And it's been escalating since then. Okay, so then at that part, I started doing the tit for tat. She turned her music on, I'm going to turn my music on. I pound louder. She slams her closet, do the bump and the banging, I do it back. So upon us having these meetings with our manager who just won't do her job, it's still continuing to be an everyday thing. And the point I'm at is that, I got a 10-day notice based on my music, and me and my father had already explained, to this manager. She sat here in our house, we redid our lease and everything, and I told her and basically called her out because she was saying, well, during the day you have to kind of just be lenient. And I said, okay, that's fine. I can understand. No, you don't want me to call the police, which we don't do, or you don't really want to hear the complaints during the day. You wanted quiet hours. But then my question was, so when she turns her music on, I have every right to turn my music on so I don't hear her. And that's basically where the conversation was. And she kind of said, well, yeah, but it's excessive. So I said, but it's excessive for me that I have to turn my stereo on to drown her out. And in that, my other neighbor, who already knows what's going on, she's got my back. She's not tripping. I was woman enough to do that and let her know that it's nothing towards her. I'm going through some stuff with her. This woman next door has even went to my other neighbor and decided to run her mouth about my household outside, and I happened to come in on the conversation, and I told my other neighbor, don't get involved. And so this girl, who I don't even know her name, I'm not even sure she knows my name, just kind of escalates it. She's talking about how she's got a kid and she's PSTD, because we live in the veterans unit. My dad is a veteran, and the unit that I'm talking about is supposed to be a veterans unit. In the 6 years we've lived here, we don't really know if they're veterans or not. That's neither here or there. But I'm just kind of at my wit's end. When you vandalize my car, where I park my car at, which is not on the property, which is on the street, it's like you're taking it to that next level. She's even brought someone living there, which you're not supposed to have, which I would never even bring up. I really don't care about you having borders, but don't bring him here to intimidate me. I don't know what you think he's gonna do, because he'll just end up messed up. And my whole point of this is to just kind of get my feelings out and get some advice from the people out here, because my manager is kind of like where I'm feeling like, because I've been here for 6 years, which it mattered, they're kind of like, well, no, it doesn't. And we're sitting here saying, because there's been 3, this is the 3rd person, so they're kind of saying it's like, well, you guys just don't get along with anybody. But that's not the game. We don't disrespect anybody. And it's funny, my other neighbor, there's been 2 people there. They have no issue with me. There's 18 townhouses. There's no complaints from anybody else. I'm a very good member of my community. I help people. I even empty the older people's garbage, and that's just the person I am. But when I am in my home, I want to be given the same respect that I give everybody else. If she ever heard my music, or if I was ever pounding and bumping and banging, and she came and said, hey, you're disturbing me, I wouldn't, oh, well, I wouldn't get to doing all that. I'd be like, you know what? I apologize. I'm going to work on not disrupting your home. And it would never have gotten this far. So I'm trying to do the right thing, mainly because I don't want to lose my housing, and like I've already told you guys, we are preparing to move. We just don't want to move right now because of the weather. But regardless if I move today or if I move a year from now, I should be given the same respect. So what I've decided to do, because my managers made it clear that we can't do the tit for tat, I'm fine with that. I am going to call my manager when it's during the day if it's excessive. And if I'm getting woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting woken up at late at night, at midnight. I mean, it's just an everyday thing. So what I went ahead and said to myself is that now you just have to start reporting it, and you can't go back and go turn your music on. Now you need to be on that manager, because if I keep reporting it, it's going to be history of it. And basically it's going to make me look better, because I've been here 6 years for a reason. But I'm really getting at you guys because I needed to release this steam. And I just kind of want to know what you guys think. I mean, if you've even been in that predicament and how you would handle it. I do want to clarify that my manager is not doing too much. They kind of want you to call the police. But that's, to me, I don't even really see it as a police issue. It seems like more of a management issue. If I'm telling you that this is still going on, you need to tell her, hey, I'm getting complaints that it's still continuing, knock it off, because at this point I'm wondering, has anything even been said to her? Now, I know that through my case manager that she's gotten written up, but I also got written up because of my music. But I explained it, and I even was woman enough to tell her, this is what I'm doing. And then you throw me back by hit me with a write-up instead of saying, well, hey, I know what you're doing. I understand why you're doing that, but you can't do that. Instead, this is what you have to do. So I'm dealing with people that I don't think are very educated, and I don't mean book educated. I mean educated in living in a community, you know what I mean? Because where I live at, nobody's better than anybody, or we would not be here, you know what I mean? And I don't care how you live. I don't care, that you're doing illegal stuff. I don't care about all that, as long as it's not disrupting my household. And that's what continues to keep happening. And I know that some things I need to be lenient about. During the day, I can kind of stretch a little bit. I mean, I don't like the fact that I have to be in my home that I pay my rent for, and, I have to let her bump her music. And the point being is that, yeah, obviously I have the bigger stereo, which is neither here or there, but that's pretty much what you're telling me. So it's like, what do you do? Because, I'm going to keep complaining. I'm going to do it the right way. But it's like, when you try to do things right, you keep getting bit. I feel like I got slapped in my face. Because when I did the things right, even trying to get at her as a woman so it didn't escalate to anything, it was like, okay, now you want to see the bitch come out in me. But I just kind of want to know what you guys think, and I just wanted to get that off my chest. I was able to keep it under 10 minutes, which surprised me. But like I said, I just kind of, I don't know. Any advice would kind of be good for me, because I'm a very hot-headed person, and I'm trying not to be a very hot-headed person, especially when I know that I'm doing the right things to not be hot-headed, but I keep getting hit in the face, But I am going to keep doing the right things. I am going to keep trying to just put the, the praises to God and put it in His hands, because I do know that if I keep doing it right, it's not going to fall on me. It's going to eventually fall on the other party. But me doing tit for tat, I know I have to stop that. I won't do that. But about my car, I really need advice on that. But I'm going to end this video and I'll hit you guys up later.